And there you have it, the Arizona women's basketball team heading to the Final Four for the first time in the team's history. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Amanda Gomez. John Overall has the night off. A historic and thrilling night for the Arizona women's basketball team as they competed in the Elite Eight. Let's send things over to News 4 Tucson Sports Director Paul Cicala now. And what a night, Paul, for the Wildcats and their fans.
Hey, what a night to say the least. First, Coach Adia Barnes and the Arizona Wildcats made history by advancing to the Elite Eight, and now a hard-fought double-digit win over Indiana to advance to the Final Four. Bear down. We'll have highlights and sports in a bit, but first, let's throw it out to News 4 Tucson's very own David Kelly, who's catching the celebration alongside the U of A.
Yeah, Paul, what an unbelievable night it was down here on University Avenue. Not as many people as we would have thought to come out to see this Arizona women's basketball team, but there were people watching the game tonight here at all the restaurants on the avenue. And let me show you what it was like when the final buzzer went off. And one of the folks out here watching the game tonight, none other than Arizona Wildcats alum Dee Dee Wheeler from earlier this century. She's the athletic director over at TUSD, and she was very emotional afterward about this big victory.
I thought at moment they were going to put me out. My emotions were uncontrollable. They're unexplainable. I felt like I was out there.
Oh my God, it was exciting. It was terrifying.
What do you love most about this team?
Their drive, their talent, and their enthusiasm. I think there's nothing stopping them.
And as I tell people all the time, I feel like these young girls are my little sisters.
Shout out Erie McDonald, you have my heart.
Dee Dee, have you ever had a better birthday?
This is the best birthday present ever. Thank you, Wildcats. Thank you, ladies.
And I'm hoping that I can go to the Final Four in San Antonio.
And I sure hope that lady gets to the Final Four, the national semifinals in San Antonio on Friday night. We often talked about what it would be like if the Wildcats could ever get a team comparable to maybe UConn, the greatest women's basketball program on the planet. Well, now the Wildcats are going to find out where they stand as they'll face the Huskies on Friday night. Again, the final 66-53 Arizona. We're going to send it back to the studio, Paul. Great night for Arizona women's basketball.
Certainly was. Thanks a lot, David. Think about this. Arizona is now just one victory away from moving on to the national championship game. Got to get that next victory, though, over UConn, as you mentioned.